Welcome to April 5th, 2027, and the grandmothers and many, many beings. And we gathered together this morning to speak a little bit about the Golden Rule. So today is International Golden Rule Day. And in the Golden Rule, in the scriptures, it's do unto others we would like done to us. And what it really means for us as a community is do unto others and the animals and the earth as we wish would be done unto us. So the opposite of doing that is what we're seeing right now, the chemicals and the poisoning of our water and the murdering of animals and the imprisonment and confinement. But what we're going to imagine right now is a world where everyone is self-realized and everyone knows on a deep, heartfelt sense that they are the stewards of all life and that we awaken quickly. We don't have much more time, so we awaken quickly to complete self-actualization, where we know what we're here for. We know that, as Grandmother Judy Carmen says, that we're Homo ahimsa, people of non-harm. We're not Homo sapiens, the intelligent ones, because we're not really that intelligent. We're Homo ahimsa. And when we tap into the intelligence of love and non-harm and compassion, that's when we become truly wise. So I will just speak what the Golden Rule is. It's do unto others as you would have done unto you in one of the most famous parts of the scriptures. And we are going to transform that to do unto others, all beings, all sentient beings, and the earth as we would want done unto us. So I think I'm going to say a little poem, but I don't know which one yet. So, you know what? Maybe I'll just read the Jubilee. It's one of my favorite downloads that I was given from Spirit when I was up in the mountain. And the art I put with it is a woman holding the earth, a great Mother Earth, maybe holding the earth. And there's a tree struggling on the earth, but it's still surviving. And so this is the words that I was given, and I asked what to call it, and I was told the Jubilee. And the Jubilee, in the year of the Jubilee, everyone's slate is wiped clean. It's a celebration, really, of equality. So there is a time, not too far away, when we no longer fight wars that don't belong to us, when love will feel more familiar than pain, and when our hearts will be healed enough that we no longer project our wounds onto another. There is a time not too far away when we see blessings everywhere, in the water, in the food, in a stranger's eyes. When I know our children will hear more kind words that day than any other. And when we all know we have the power to heal and we honor the power of love instead of the love of power. There is a time. Thank you, everyone. If you would just like to raise your hand, and Sailesh, maybe could you see who's raised their hand, and if you would like to speak, share a poem, or just words. Thank you. Go ahead, Liz.
Thank you, Tammy. The thing that comes to mind for me first is just a slogan: live compassionately, believe in the solutions generation. This generation of children is our solutions generation. And all we need to do is provide them access to education and information, and they're so ready to embrace it and be the change. It's an exciting time. Thank you for pausing to recognize the wheels of change are in motion, and we're going to become Homo ahimsa someday soon.
Thank you, Liz.
Go ahead, Deepak.
Only thing I can really, something I think about daily is one for all for one kind of thing. The oneness of it all. If we start looking at others as an extension of our own spirit, then I feel that's gonna solve everything. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. You're muted, Sailesh. Did you call on someone?
Oh, go ahead, Hita.
Thank you, sir. So, I would say that for me, I've always believed that our karma is made of three things. That is our vichar, vani, and vartan, we call it. So, vichar is our thoughts. Vani is our how we talk, what we are talking, the words we are using, and vartan means our action. How do we, act with anybody in the world, any living entity, living being. So we should always take care about these three things, and I think we take care about this, and we are done. We ultimately we do not uh, harm anybody in any living being in the world, and when we have all the love and compassion inside us, we'll always think pure in our mind, in our heart, and whatever we think, it comes in our statements whenever we talk with people. So many a times people say that, oh, you talk so politely, so nicely. Yeah, we do get angry, we do get disappointed. Ultimately, we are humans, but it's about improving day by day. It's just like oh, vegans do not harm. Is it like that? Vegans also some or the other way harm planet. But yeah, it's always about minimalizing the hinsa we are into. So we can always think about this perspective, and what we talk, it also comes in our action, that is our vartan. And once we take care about these three things, uh, and the life would be so beautiful. And just think about from this perspective that all of us on planet Earth start following this in some or the other ratio, 10%, 20, 50, 80. And it would be, I mean, not hell, but heaven on the earth. Currently, it is going toward hell. But yes, that's it. So I'm trying to follow this in my life, and I would request if anybody feels that, yeah, it makes sense, you may also do that. I'll end with one Kabir Doha. So it's based on love. So it says that if you do not know love, that is, you call it compassion, kindness, support to people, help to people, and it's about not just people but all the living beings. So if you do not know love, it doesn't matter whatever you are profession you are into, whether you are CEO of the company or maybe the owner of planet or whatever you are not at all important. So that's what that Kabir Doha says. It says, "Pothi pad pad jag mua, pandit bhaya ko, ढाई अक्षर प्रेम का, पढ़े सो पंडित होए कबीरा, पढ़े सो पंडित होए." Thank you for bearing with me.
Thank you, Hita. It's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Ray?
Thanks, Tammy, for suggesting poems, because I thought I didn't have a poem, but one popped immediately to mind with the speed that thought that it was just there waiting for me. Something that fits with Golden Rule Day. And I'm not going to say who wrote it, because I suspect people may recognize this and see if anybody can identify with it. I will not play a tug of war. I'd rather play a hug of war, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, where everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins, and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. Does this ring a bell with anybody?
Beautiful, Ray.
Beautiful, yeah, indeed.
I heard this poem when I was probably 6 or 7, about 6 years old. It's called Hug of War by Shel Silverstein.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which is from the book Where the Sidewalk Ends. And we'd have people reading from it every day and choosing our favorite poems out of the books that were available to us.
Awesome. Thank you. Anyone else? Go ahead, Charity. You're muted.
Just move to bring into the space the word interbeing, mostly coming from the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh, but also everywhere. But that word specifically, interconnection, but interbeing, and sort of, the concept that there is literally nothing separate, and the clouds and the rain and the sun are in our cup of tea, and the earth is in our bones, and all the elements that we share with every other creature, plant, animal. And I'm sharing this because I work with young children, preschool and early elementary, and we talk about this a lot and we sing about it. And it makes so much sense to them. And to be able to sort of have this kind of reframe of our relationship to everything in the universe as one of not just othering, that our language, forces us kind of to create that concept just by the way we speak, but then using language to try to reframe separation and othering into something more holistic, interbeing, interconnection, and that I'm not free until you're free. And then applying that to animals, plants, everything. So I just want to say that for the kids understand this, and we can be there to support them in integrating and living this way.
Beautiful. Thank you, Charity. Mm-hmm.
For me, my favorite saying is, of course, Cinderella principles. Have courage, be kind, and all will be well. Second principle is, just because it's what is done doesn't mean it's what should be done.
Mm-hmm.
And the third principle is, imagine the world as it should be and act for it. Thank you. Go ahead, Sippy.
This is an old one that, that I don't know who originally said it, but I live with 2 dogs and 3 cats. And really my delight is when I wake up in the morning and my sense of reality comes straight from looking at my dog's face, looking at me. And it's the old saying, I just want to be that person that my dog wants me to be, I want to be as good as this animal who trusts me implicitly. And I feel like I owe it to myself and I owe it to people around me to go on to that, dig into that level of trust And it's a daily reminder. So I love waking up to those beautiful brown eyes and that wet nose. So anyway, it's a good reminder to when you have animals around you, they'll keep you pure, and
Yeah.
loving. Thank you.
And
I'll say something.
go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, I was also thinking about in this world of wars and injustice on so many levels, I was thinking about a quote by Isaac Singer. And I also know that Leo Tolstoy have said this, and Einstein and others, but he said there will never be any peace in the world as long as we eat animals. And what we are doing to the animals, we are also doing to God. And I think this is so important to remember, that we will not reach peace in ourselves or in the world as long as we treat animals the way we do today. Thank you.
That's a beautiful quote. Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Thanks for having this. This is my first time in this meet. I was just reading this book about Bhagavan Ramana, the friend of all creation. So Bhagavan Ramana is a spiritual, enlightened master who lived in India, and I consider him as a truly enlightened person. And he loved all beings. So in this book, he has told, though the living beings are of different shapes, sizes, and colors outwardly, they are simply the expressions of the supreme intelligence, which is one without the second and never divided. That is, they are all one and the same without difference, the all-pervading Brahman to the core. Thank you.
I see that Deepak put in the chat one beautiful phrase I heard yesterday is love is my religion and nature is my church. And there was a song by Ziggy Marley that came out right around the time my granddaughter, who is the daughter of my son who's passed, I had all my grandkids had a little theme song when they were born based on the song I liked the most, and I used to dance with them when they were little. And it was Ziggy Marley's song "Love Is My Religion." I'm going to take you to the temple tonight, so it's like love temple. So if you haven't heard that song yet, it's a beautiful song. And then I see a really gorgeous something that Amit put up. Did you want to say anything, Amit? Are you still on? And I see another something else in this chat saying empathy cuts through the sociopathic disconnect to reconnect to all life.
Yeah, I just wanted to add a line which my daughter, how she defines veganism is be kind to all kinds. That's it. End of this discussion in there.
Be kind to all kinds. Your daughter, she's very wise. If everyone's complete, does anyone have a poem or something they would like to share to close off? Maybe a song? I enjoyed the song.
There's no one left. I can probably say a poem, or not too short, but not too long either. So
Sure. Can you get a little closer to your volume? Deepak, please?
Yeah. Am I good now?
Yeah, that's a little better.
So it goes like this. We have created a precipice upon which we have staggered for too long. It became almost impossible to find balance again, to return to the wild places I long to visit. I must consume resources that damage what I seek most. Hope seems to wait outside my lifetime. The sides that divide struggle with our collective future. One embracing more destruction, the other renewal. I do not know if I will live long enough to see one or the other win, but I hold on to the hope that one day we will find that unity again, and there will no longer be an itch inside of us, no longing with conflict, that one day not even those will keep us from feeling the pulse that drums through all life and know it as home. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Deepak. It was really beautiful. I would love a copy of that poem. Maybe you can let us know where to find it in the chat. Did you write that?
No, I did not write that,
Okay.
but I kind of found it somewhere, so I'll share it in the chat.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for being here and being the pulse that runs through all of our life to rejuvenate and to give spirit to one day all beings will be part of the Golden Rule. Thank you very much for joining today. Namaste, vegan.